Today is a big day for China. We start with the latest step in its plan to build a permanent space station in the sky. While the country's first cargo spacecraft, the Tianzhou is now in orbit. Liftoff was at 7:41 p.m. local time from the Wenchang Launch Center. The Tianzhou is orbiting 380 kilometers above the Earth, where the Tiangong-2 Space Lab is waiting for the docking. And the robotic vessel is carrying 5 tons of supplies. It will refuel the facility, verifying the technologies needed for on-orbit transfer of liquid propellant. But that's one of the key technologies deciding the successful operation of China's future space station. Dozens of equipment sets are on board for experiments and daily necessities for the astronauts. The Tianzhou-1's mission will last for 3 months. And the spacecraft is China's largest and heaviest launched so far. And our reporter Ryan Trott joins us from Wenchang Launch Center in Hainan. Good evening, Ryan. You've been watching the whole launch process from the very beginning over the past few hours. What impressed you the most?
Well, Zoe, one remarkable thing is the precision with which the entire operation was carried out. You know, it's not just about the launch. Starting from the transfer of the rocket to its launch pad a few days ago, to the final preparations and propellant transfer this morning, and launch that took place at exactly 7:41 p.m. as announced. Everything was done with such precision, on time, efficiency, and to the letter. But things were also very flexible. If you will remember, until yesterday, authorities have stuck to a 4-day launch window so they could prepare for any unforeseen circumstances and just so the launch could push through whatever happens. So it's both a stable and a flexible system at the same time. Now, what's also noteworthy is the fact that tonight's launch was open to the public, and it's a sign that China is increasingly engaging its citizens, its people, and involving its people in its space ambitions. Zoya?
And is indeed a spectacle to watch in the first place. Everything happened so far according to the plan, but what are the plans for engineers next?
Well, Zoya, the job here in Wenchang is essentially over, and the responsibilities now shift to Beijing. So the Beijing Aerospace Command and Control Center will then be tasked to monitor the progress of the spacecraft. Now, since Tianzhou-1 is essentially going to operate autonomously or on its own, much of the job will be about monitoring its activity and performance. But at the same time, crew members based on the ground will still be able to control some of the spacecraft's maneuvers via 3 satellites in orbit. So, Zoya, right now, things have been accomplished. And after Tianzhou-1's launch, China will then begin to enter the final phase of its manned space program, which will ultimately lead to the establishment of a space station by 2022. Zoya?
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan, for your reporting from Wenchang.